Good morning, everyone. I'm Lauren, and this is your virtual tour with Sightseeing Italy, brought to you by Tiqets Awakening Weeks. So today we're going to be taking a whirlwind tour through Milano, Genoa, Turin, and Palermo. For those of you who don't know, Tiqets Awakening Weeks is a 6-week celebration of the reopening of museums and attractions in 6 countries around the world. The venues participating in Awakening Weeks have worked day and night to reimagine their experiences and introduce new hygiene measures to make it safe for you to visit them again. And they're also rolling out the welcome mat for those of us who aren't able to travel yet with online experiences just like this one. So before I hand over to our presenters for today, there are a couple of logistics I'm going to take care of. So if you have any questions for our presenters throughout the experience, you can submit them through the Q&A box in the lower section of the Zoom window. We're going to have a Q&A at the end of the tour, so please feel free to send through your questions and we're going to try and answer as many of them as possible at the end of the session. You can also vote up your favorite questions by giving them a thumbs up, and that way we can ask the best questions first. As many of you may have realized, this is a Zoom webinar, so your camera will not be on, but you can use the chat function to communicate with your fellow attendees as well as the speakers. You can share where you're joining us from, or you can share your reactions during the session by using this chat. Make sure that when you do send a message, you select all panelists and attendees. It's the little blue box above the chat section when you're sending your messages so that all of us can see them. If you have any technical difficulties during the experience, you can use the chat to send a message just to all panelists, and we'll try and help you out as soon as possible. And if you find you're having any trouble with the audio, just leave and rejoin. That's usually an easy fix. Finally, we're going to be recording this presentation and we'll be sending the recording to all of our registrants in the coming weeks. And so without further ado, we're going to head over to Milan with Mario, and he's going to transport us to the world of Milan. Mario, please take it away.
Hi, Lauren. Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me? Are you good? All right. So first of all, I would like to introduce you the visitor center. We are in Milan right now, so very beautiful city. Here's the visitor center. Let me just introduce it for a few seconds. Oh, here we go. So today we're going to take the sightseeing tour. So here's our staff where you can actually buy your tickets and everything. We sell excursions as well in combination with sightseeing tour. Here's our leaflets here, and here are all the prices and all the information that you need to. Here's some excursions as well, and here's our shopping tours outlets. All the people can get very easily to their destination from here in our visitor center. Oh, thank you so much, Roberta. Here we go. We're very ready to get our tour by our first bus here. I want to introduce you our green bus. It's just like a full electric bus. We are the first company here in Milano that we have a full electric zero emission bus. Here we go. Here's all departures. Actually, this is our main stops for everything. Excursions, shopping outlets, and of course, the city sightseeing tour. First of all, guys, security first. Hi.
Good morning.
We're going sanitize first, and I would like to introduce you our boss. So every day it sanitizes the boss, so you don't need to worry about that. It keeps all the security here. Hello, everybody. And here is our bus. So welcome, guys. So just in a few seconds, we need to go, and I would love to introduce you how Milan is. So now, at the moment, we are in Cairali station, so we are very centered at the main city of Milano. We are just a few steps from the Sforza Castle because it's the symbol of Milan, and just 5 minutes walk from the Duomo Cathedral. Duomo, it's actually the symbol of Milano, but not all. So Let's check it out.
Prendi, chiudi qua.
Partiamo.
Fare qualcosa. Parla di Milano in generale.
Okay, so as you can see, we're starting to move. And as I told you, Milan is a very great city. Now we are in Cairoli. As I told you, this is actually one of the symbol of Milano, like the Duomo and the Sforza Castle that you're gonna see just in a few seconds. And actually, Milan, it's a main city of Lombardy and a financial heart of Italy, which is located in the middle of the northern Italy. It's very easy to reach lakes, mountains, and seas as well. As I told you to my introduction before, we have a lot of excursions like the Lake Como tour, the Bernina Express, go to Switzerland, and of course to the sea, the Cinque Terre. Turin was spot where you can actually start your tour here in Milan. Wow, nice this breeze here. Of course, you can visit, of course, the Milano every year. I mean, all the seasons are very good, especially in the summer, because sun hits. It's very exciting and exciting to go to the lakes as well. So this is actually one of the most interesting parts. Oops, there's some files here.
They're moving.
So as you can see here at the bottom, you can easily take your seat here, plug your headsets. We have like 13 languages where you can select. So we have Italian, English, French, Russian, Spanish, Japanese. We have German, Portuguese, Chinese, and for kids as well. So not just for only adults. And we introduced just last year just the Milanese language. It's actually a dialect. It's a typical dialect here in Milan. It's quite fading the language, but we are proud to introduce again here for the people. Here we go. So So we have, this is the line blue, the blue line. So we have four main references for the sightseeing. So four lines. We have the A, that is the red, the central and historical part, the modern part, which is the B, the C is the sport line, and then the D is the yellow line. It's actually and historical in the part of Navili. Navili, it's actually a river, very famous river here in Milan. On the right side now, guys, I would like to introduce the park, the Sempione Park, which is part of our castle. So this was the garden of the Sforza's family. Here you go, this beautiful castle. Here you go on the right side of the castle. And you know what? Here's actually starts all because one of the famous painter, sculptor here in Tyre of Italy, Leonardo da Vinci starts his works. So what's the most famous that Leonardo da Vinci made here in Italy, here in Milano? The Last Supper. Last Supper, you can easily take our bus just for 3 stops, and you can easily go inside and see the Last Supper of Leonardo da Vinci. Here you go. This is a beautiful inside, the left side of the castle. We just start to work with Ludovico Moro. was the Duke of Milan.
Parla della fontana.
He's got a very good fountain over there. Now we are going to the center, actually, of Milano, the modern part. So because I wanna introduce you as well.
Ancora 3 minuti, Mario di Castello.
I know, guys, there's a lot of things to see here in Milano. We just have like 10, 15 minutes to see, but I would love to wait you here, and it will be my pleasure to have you here in our city. And I'll wait for you to the visitor center. And last spot for this few minutes here, oops, just in front of you, the idol. Here's our Giuseppe Garibaldi. It's actually the national hero of Italy. And if you can see, just in front of him, there's the way to go to the Duomo Cathedral. That's called Via Dante. Here on the left side, the castle.
La più grande area istituzionale.
Here we go. So just in a few seconds, I'll show you. This is actually the biggest pedestrian lane in the entire Europe. It starts actually from Via Dante. This is the street here just in front of us. It takes you there to San Babla.
About 6 kilometers an hour. 6 kilometers an hour.
So it's just like 2.5 kilometers walking. It's actually a shopping district. It's actually modernity, anxiety, and everything. You know, the culture here. And I told you, there's a lot of things to see, but we don't have enough time. And I would love to wait for you here. I hope to see you here. That's in our visitor center and our sightseeing. And I hope to see you here, guys. Thank you so much for everything, for this wonderful, beautiful tour guide.
Thank you very much, Mario. That was a lovely tour of Milan. We're now going to hop over to Genoa with our guide, Paolo. So Paolo, please take it away.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Genoa. Let me spend very few words about the city, first of all, because most of the people doesn't know where Genoa is located, basically. So first of all, our city is located in the northwest of Italy, quite close to Milan, actually, around roughly 100 kilometers from here to Milan, and 200 kilometers from here to Nice, to the coast too. And we are also very, very close to Portofino, which is a very well-known location, especially for our American friends. We are now approaching our bus terminal, our stop number 1, which will be behind me in a few minutes. So we will also be able to show you some of the
It looks like we're having a few technical difficulties in Genoa. We're just going to give them a few seconds to join us again. In the meantime, tell me in the chat where you've been in Genoa, or if you've been to Genoa, and what your favorite part was, and I will share it with the rest of our group.
to the late afternoon. The red line is the tour we offer to visit the city center, basically. Whereas the blue line is the line we offer to go basically to the seaside. We have this very unique and amazing promenade area. In Costa Italia, we have Bocca which is again a place, a well-known place for Americans and for UK tourists especially. So these are the two lines we offer the same ticket. Our tickets are valid for 24 or 48 hours. So depending how long are you wishing to stay in Genoa, you can use the 24 hours or the 48 hours ticket. We have a very new, brand new commentary in 8 languages. We offer you the free handset, disposable handset. So you can use our headset and listen to the commentary for the whole tour. And we also have very convenient stops. So no matter how you reach Genoa, if you reach Genoa, most of our tourists reach Genoa usually by boat, by cruise line. It's our main market, apart from this year. If you come to Genoa by boat, once you are off the cruise terminal, very few steps ahead, you can find our stop. So it's very, very, very convenient for you. You just need to cross the road, basically, meet our uniform staff, buy the ticket, and then you can board for both lines, for the boat cruise. If you come in Genoa by train, we have 2 stops in both railway stations. So it's very, very easy. You can start. One thing, very important thing that nobody knows, most of the people doesn't know, is that you can start our journey from any of our stops. So our stop number 1 is our terminal, where we are arrived right now. But you can start your tour from any of our stops. So if you stay in a hotel or you come by train or whatever you do, no matter how you come to Genoa, you can start your journey from any of our stops. Now we are arrived at stop number 1, so the camera woman will follow me. We show you some of the attractions in Genoa. This is our bus. We are getting off right now. Excuse me. Let's go. These are our customers, new customers coming on board today. And here we go. So this is our terminal. Where are you? This is our terminal. This is our
It looks like we might have a small connection issue again. Let's give them a few seconds to jump back on. In the meantime, I saw that Nadia replied to my question and says that she's been to Genoa 3 weeks ago for the first time, and it was a lovely city.
The third wheel.
We're back.
You can see the third wheel on our left. On our right, come with me. We show you some other. Just behind us, just there you see, just in front of you, in the front of the camera at the moment, is the historic city center of Genoa. The beginning, the border of the historic city center of Genoa, which is one of the largest historic city centers in Europe, and is also UNESCO heritage since just the city center. We have all this pedestrian area where we have the aquarium, the entrance of the aquarium in front of me. On the left, we have all the ferry boats connecting the city to Portofino. As I told you before, in about an hour approximately, you can reach Portofino by boat. And maybe next year you will have the opportunity to visit Portofino with a special new bus that we will offer to our guests. And here we go. In this side, we have this wood ship, which is the Galeone. Il Galeone, which is the ship used in. And on the left, you can spot a cruise ship. So as I told you before, this is one of the cruise ships at the moment berthed in Genoa, and just behind.
Let's give them another few seconds to get their connection back. Sorry about this, everyone.
Another stop where you can board our we have the submarines, which you can where you can enter and visit, and also we have a museum which is called basically in Italian
It looks like we've got a little bit of an issue again. As we said before, please make sure that you send some more of your questions to us, and feel free to add your comments in the chat so that we can.
Museum of the Sea, basically. The translation is not so good, but it's a lot of attractions we have around Genoa. As you can see, today is quite cloudy because today is the only day of the year you cannot visit Genoa. Usually, you can visit Genoa for the whole year. The climate is very, very.
Okay, we're going to move on from Genoa now to Torino. Serena, are you ready to take us through Torino? It looks like we may not be ready to visit Torino. All right, folks, give us a few minutes to make sure that we've got our next tour ready and lined up. And in the meantime, yes, let us know where you've taken a sightseeing tour before. Hera says that she's been for a sightseeing bus tour in Barcelona and Budapest. If you haven't been on a sightseeing bus tour in Italy, tell us where you have been and what you liked.
Okay, that's it. Can you hear me now again?
Paolo, we can hear you, but the connection seems to be a little bit fuzzy.
Now you can hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great.
Maybe just stay in that spot so that we can make sure the connection.
Torino on the line?
Torino isn't on the line yet. If you want to finish your section of the tour, if you can stay in one spot so that the connection will remain stable, we would love to hear what you'd like to say next.
Okay, so do I go ahead?
Yes, please do.
Okay, go ahead. So let's go ahead. Let's go back to the bus. And let's talk again about our service. I tell you about the lines already. I tell you about the stops. So what we offer on board the bus. On board our bus, we offer, apart from the double decker, of course, we offer the commentary, as I told you before, in 8 languages. So for the next year, we will have also Chinese, Portuguese. So a lot of languages are available on board our bus. We have the air condition downstairs, but of course, best views are always on the top. So I do suggest to go always on the top of the bus to have the best views of Genoa. We also offer you tickets for the attraction. So if you wish to visit some museum, if you wish to take some elevator, because just behind us we have a lot of mountains reachable by elevator, by lift. For example, in our stop hour 9, we have a public lift that brings you up to a hill where there is a sort of a balcony, very large balcony, from which you have a fantastic view of the city. It's a very, very famous place. So, and we do sell tickets also for this kind of main of transportation, let's say. Then we offer tickets for the lighthouse, which is one of the oldest lighthouses in Europe. And we offer also, okay. And then on board our bus, we have also always an assistance. This is something you couldn't find in any other place in Europe. Only in Italy, we have an assistance on board. So in case of any need during your tour, during your trip, you can ask any question to our uniform staff, and they can help you and tell you, give you all the information you may need. We do offer a bottle of water during the summer, included in the price. Our price is very, very, very cheap. We have no competitor in Italy or in Europe. We are very cheap, and we offer quite a good service, according to me. We have a frequency of a bus not now, but usually during the summer, we have a bus every 10 minutes, approximately. So from one bus to the other, basically you have just to wait 10 minutes, so not a long stay. What I'm not sure everyone knows is the meaning of hop on, hop off. As you can see, maybe it's written in our bus over there, just at the end of the side. Hop on, hop off is our formula and means basically that you can use the bus seats as long as you want, as long as you wish, for the entire validity of the ticket. Basically, if you buy the 24-hour ticket, you can use for a whole tour without getting off. But the best thing to our service is that you can get on and get off at any of our stop, do your visit, go shopping, go eating, do whatever you want, go back to our bus stop, and in 10, 15 minutes, you will find another bus to get on again and continue your journey around our tour. So this is something that not all the people know when they buy the ticket. So this is very convenient because you can also use the bus not only to make a tour or to visit something from the top, but also use the bus as a mean of transportation, like a public bus. Once you have the ticket, you can use also to move from one part of the city and the other, basically. What else? Here we go. Let's go to see Palazzo San Giorgio, which is in front of us. So the area we are reaching is a pedestrian area, as I told you before. On our left, right here, there is the historic city center. And unfortunately, it's a little bit far away from here, but behind us, there is the cathedral, San Lorenzo Cathedral, which is reachable basically from our stop number 3.
Paolo, thank you very, very much for taking us around Genoa. It's been a real treat and we loved seeing the harbour.
In between stop 1 and stop 3.
Paolo, can you hear me?
The main office of the Maritime Authority. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, Paolo, we're going to have to move over onto our next. We're going to have to move on to our next Italian tour. So thank you very, very much for showing us around Genoa.
Okay.
That was a real treat. We really enjoyed
Thank
it.
you.
Thanks very much, Paolo.
Thank you to you. Hope to see you in Genoa. Bye-bye, everybody. Ciao, ciao.
Okay, thank you very much to Paolo. I'm just going to see if we're ready for our Turin tour. Yes, it looks like we are. So we're going to hop over to Turin.
Hi, everybody. We are here at the terminal in Piazza Castello. So you can see, I will show you now our ticket office. I will turn around the camera, maybe. So, hi, my name is Arianna. And I will be your guide for this tour today. This is our bus. Here you can already catch a glimpse of the beautiful city of Turin. We are in Piazza Castello, which is the very city center of the city. So we are going on board. As you can see, we are respecting all the safety measures to guarantee safe travel. So follow me, please. So, okay, we all wear the mask. We have our hand sanitizers. And I'll also introduce you to our hostess on board, which is Paola. So hi, Paola. And over there, we have our driver, Antonio. They will drive us around. So, what about Torino, city sightseeing? First of all, where is Torino? We are in the northwest of Italy. So we are about 2 hours from Milan, 2 hours from Genoa. This is the line A. Usually we have 4 lines that will guide you through the highlights of the city. We are going upstairs in the meanwhile, so I'll just take this one. I was telling you we have 4 lines. We drive you to the Juventus Stadium and Museum, to the Royal Palace of Venaria, to the modern part of the city. But right now we are on line A, which will guide you to the wonders of the historic center of the city, as you can already see. And we will drive you to royal residences, to Baroque buildings, to churches such as the Duomo Cathedral, where the Holy Shroud is kept. And what else? We also go to the green side of Turin. So we get to the Valentino Park. We have a stop there. And the most beautiful part, according to me, is the hills. So we will have this very special position up the hill. And thanks to the bus, thanks to our double-decker bus, we will get this very privileged point of view to be up over there. So, what about Torino? Let's talk a bit about Torino. When we ask tourists what they think of Turin, one of the things they say us is that it's surprisingly beautiful. I don't know if you know that Turin dates back to the Roman period. You can still see Roman remains here in the very center of the city. And then the maximum splendor of Turin was in 1861, because it was the first capital of Italy. Yeah, so the Kingdom of Italy was unified and Turin was the capital. And that's when it was transformed. So between the 16th and 18th century, the elegant city that you can see right now was created thanks to very important architects, such as Filippo Juvarra or Guarino Guarini. All the squares, gardens, castles were built, and in a predominant Baroque style. So we are a truly Baroque city, but we are also a mix of different architectural styles you will see. For example, we are driving now through Via Po. You see these clear buildings, very wide streets. That's what we will see a lot in the city center. Now we are driving also to, we will get into a big square, Piazza Vittorio Square, which is the biggest porticoed square in Italy. In Europe, sorry, not only Italy, but also Europe. I will let you enjoy a bit of the view. We will see it better later. We have 8 languages on board. I will show you, but we also have a treat. We have a special guide. It is for children, so it's funnier, easier for children, both in English and Italian, here on Line A. So that's a class that I think it's really interesting for families as well. Then Turin. Turin is also a lot more. So as I told you, we have a green side of the city. The stop at the Valentino Park will allow you to discover the grass. You can have a walk to the park, have a picnic, so you can also choose to do that. So not only architecture, but also nature, lots of nature. Now, as you can see, over there in the far distance, we have the hills of Turin. Turin is considered the greenest city in Italy. So thanks to the Po River, the hills over there extend for over 28 miles. So that's very huge, lots of green. We have many lime trees with trees, many streets with many trees, and that's also another great thing to discover in Torino. We are almost entering the Piazza Vittorio Veneto. And the symbol of the city, our landmark, which is the Mole Antonelliana. It's a big tower. It was meant to be a synagogue, and it's 550 feet high, which is 168 meters. We have inside Mole Antonelliana the National Museum of Cinema, and also a panoramic lift that will get you up the top. But don't worry because in a few minutes we will have a perfect view of the city and of the Mole Antonelliana as well, when we will be up the hill. So we walk a little bit behind. Ooh. Of course, this is I'm standing, but you don't have to stand on our buses at the top floor. But it is a special event, so just for you, I'm holding very strong. Okay, so now we will turn a little bit to our left, and we will start seeing the Mole Antonelliana, as I told you, the symbol of the city, which will be over there. And this is Piazza Vittorio, so this is beautiful. Today the weather is a bit gray, but I think that the white buildings also are enhanced by this light. So it's not sunny, but it's not bad at all. I think that Turin is beautiful as well. And you can see the Mole Antoniana over there. That's it. And we'll see that better in a minute. Okay, we talked about culture, we talked about architecture, but Turin is also a lot more. For example, it's a major European crossroad for industry. I don't know if you know, but Turin is the home of the automotive industry. We have the headquarters of Fiat here. Not only that, but it's also the capital of contemporary art. We have very important art galleries, very important events about contemporary art, and also the capital of design. So there is a lot to discover about the city. During the Savoy, during the Savoy reign, where many royal residencies were also built here, thanks to the House of Savoy influence and the French influence. You can see one of these residences over there up the hill. That's the Basilica di Superga. It's far in the distance. I don't know if you can catch a glimpse of that. That was designed by Filippo Juvarra. All these royal residences are a wonder to discover and to visit, both in the city center, so at a walking distance, but to take in our city station buses that will let you discover them and visit them. And they are all inscribed in the World Heritage List. So that's a proof of the grandeur of these, of these residences. This is one of my favorite spots on the river. This is particularly beautiful during sunset, so make sure you take a tour at 6 o'clock because it is amazing. Up the hill, you see the church Santa Maria al Monte or Monte dei Cappuccini. In front of us, the Gran Madre. Now Paola will show you. You see neoclassical style, so we don't have just Baroque, but many styles. So we are also many buildings in Art Nouveau style that you can see on our line. Okay, you can see the church here. That's amazing. So much background culture, background history. Of course, Turin hosts very important museums and art galleries. We will take you to lots of them, thanks to our tour, thanks to our lines. And you can also buy tickets in advance with us. So you just take a ticket, you don't need booking, you can skip the line. We just drop you off to the museums and you can enjoy your visit and enjoy your holiday. For example, we can sell you tickets for the Cinema Museum, the National Museum of Cinema, and the panoramic lift inside the Mole Antoniana, I told you before. You can buy tickets for the Museo Egizio, which, as you know, is one of the most important in the world, or the Automobile Museum, which is on our line B, and also the Venaria Royal Palace, for example, which is one of the biggest that you will find very close to the city. And we have the Green Line that will get you easily there. Okay, now we are going up the hill. So the perfect postcard of Turin. If you imagine Turin, if you see Turin in guidebooks, in postcards, you will see a picture of what we are going to see in a few minutes, which will be a wonderful view of the city from here, from up above. Okay, we are going now up and we are in Villa della Regina. So, as I told you, Turin is a very green city, so you won't see from here Villa della Regina because the trees are very imposing. But over there is another one of these royal residences, Villa della Regina, which has beautiful gardens, and it's truly a jewel. You have to visit. It's a stop number 3 for our line. This is line A, the red line. So make sure you pay a visit to that. What more? I could talk for hours, actually. I know I have to be brief, but there are so many reasons to visit Turin and do it with our bus, because we give you the perfect way to discover the city and to plan your visit. So you don't lose time. You know exactly where you want to go, where you can hop on, hop off, and that's great. So we have to add one more reason to be here in Turin, the events. We have so many events, festivals, very important fairs. We can talk about some of them, such as Terra Madre Salone del Gusto. That's the largest festival about food, about slow food, which happens in autumn. So we are almost ready. you are perfectly on time to see it. Another very important fair is Artissima. It's the most important contemporary art fair in Italy. As I told you, Italy is considered the capital of contemporary art. And then we have the National Book Fair, which is also pretty important. And another event that I'll leave you last because it's very special. But right now, we enjoy the view of the city from up above. You have to take a leap of faith right now because behind the mole, there are the mountains, the Alps. Today, unfortunately, we have clouds. You can see it. But actually, that's intentional. We put there the clouds, so we didn't spoil too much the panorama, the view. You have to come. You have to see with your eyes what's there. We just hid the mountains for today, so you have to come and see. Of course, the mountains were also the setting of the 2006 Olympic Games, Winter Olympic Games that happened here in Turin, have been an amazing event. I was talking about events, and one more very event that you can enjoy on our bus is Luci d'Artista, Lights on the Bus, which it's some lightnings. The city is illuminated with these works of art conceived by contemporary artists in autumn winter. So it culminates during the Christmas holidays. We have a very professionally describe all these works of art. So just imagine being here on the roof on the Necker bus and being driving through these lights which you see above your head. For example, the Monte dei Cappuccini hosts one of these lights, and you can relish in the Christmas spirit. So you can already book this tour on our website. The website is in Italy, so make sure you come and do it because it's really truly amazing. So our time is almost over, but we're still up the hill, so we'll let you enjoy the villas that you can see up there. As I told you, another style which is really predominant in the city is Art Nouveau. And I hope that we have time to get there because here there will be a villa which is called the Villa Scott, which is the perfect representation of Art Nouveau style. And it was also the setting of a movie by Dario Argento, which is the king of horror movies in Italy. I don't know if you ever heard about him. He's very famous also worldwide. And that's Villa Scott. You will see it in a minute on the left. In a second, actually, not a minute on the left. And there it is. So I think with this beautiful image, we are going to say goodbye. So I hope you enjoyed this very short tour, and we convince you to come and visit Torino. I think we are in a minute passing the word to the line to Palermo, and we can still see.
Ariana, thank you so much for this wonderful tour.
Thank you.
Can you hear me? Yes? Thank you very, very much for this wonderful tour,
Yeah,
Ariana. We really enjoyed it.
Thanks. Thanks, Lauren. Bye.
Bye-bye. Unfortunately, it seems that our guides in Palermo have not been able to join us. This, I think, is just the world of virtual experiences when you're relying on internet to make sure that you can make something happen. So I'm very sorry that we won't be able to go to Palermo, but I hope that you enjoyed seeing Milan, Turin, and Genoa. So we have a couple of questions, and we're just going to quickly get through those. So we have one from Mai, and she would like to know how many days do we need to visit all of the cities in this tour, Milan, Turin, Genoa, and Palermo. So I'm not sure which of you would like to answer this question. Maybe Andrea, if you're still, oh, sorry, Mario, if you're still on the line and you'd like to answer.
Hi, so this is Torino.
Thank
I'll
you
take
very
the
much.
word.
Thank you, Ariana. I'd be happy for you to answer that question.
So okay, you would need many days. I think for the first time, I think that 3 days would be enough just to, see the main highlights of the city. But then also a week, because if you want to take a tour of all the royal residency that you see, not only in the city center, but also in the surroundings of the city, it could also take 1 week. But I think that first 3 days is fine. And then if you have time, 1 week would be perfect.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Ariana. I appreciate that. The next question that we have is specifically for Milan. So Mario, are you there?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah,
Excellent.
I am here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. So one of our
Yes, here we
attendees
go.
would like to know what the most iconic sites in Milan are besides the cathedral.
Yeah, well, as I told you in the presentation, Milan is actually a very complicated and a mixed culture. So we have modernity and science and all. And we have the Sforza Castle and the Duomo Cathedral and the Last Supper. The Last Supper is actually the most interesting part of the person who visits because they want to see the Last Supper of Leonardo da Vinci. I think this is the most interesting part.
Perfect. Thank you very much, and Mario.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So it looks like those are all the questions that we had. Thank you so much to all of you for joining us. Thank you very much for your patience when we had a few connection troubles. As you all know, this experience was part of Tiqets Awakening Weeks, and we're nearly through with our Awakening Week in Italy. So please feel free to join for our last couple of experiences. Next week, we'll be going to the US and we'll be celebrating Awakening Weeks there. And we look forward to seeing a lot of you in those virtual experiences as well. If you would like to know more about Tiqets Awakening Weeks, we encourage you to go and have a look on our website, www.tiqets.com/blog/awakening-weeks. And you can find out how you can experience Awakening Weeks in person there as well. Thank you very much for joining. To all of our hosts, thank you very much for doing the best job that you could under the circumstances. And we'll see you all soon. Bye, everyone.